Hello, my name is Anitarky and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to support it. According to the synopsis of the anime, it seems that this K-toy teacher witnessed a fight in a convenience store. Although he resolved the problem peacefully, the academy discovered that the president of the student council was one of the students who was involved in that commotion. If he discovered this incident, his reputation in the academy would be tarnished. Therefore they have to cover up the truth by using the main character as a scapegoat since he is nobody. And suspending him will not cause any harm to the academy since he has no eyes. He could become the protein man. No one messed with the protein man and he gets his way. So he wants Kai to take responsibility for this incident. She told him that she would do anything to help him since he is the protein man. He asked her to clean his Excalibur in an environmentally friendly way since he wants to deposit something fresh protein in it as a parting gift. You guys can do that in real life too if you have no idea. She shows reaction at first, but he told her that this is the first and last time he asks her for help, so she accepted his request and started cleaning his Excalibur in a climate-friendly way. After a while, she deposited a lot of fresh organic protein in it, since protein is the international currency. After that he took a photo of it for fun. It seems that both of them are in good condition before this incident. The next day he went to meet her again and showed her a video of his green cleaning yesterday. It looks like he recorded everything in 4 Kelvin. She gets shocked after seeing that and got angry with him. He told her that he has been suspended for something he hasn't done, so this is the least she can do for him, so he wants to meet her in the office after school at night. She is waiting for him and he actually came, so he wants her. He launches a pincer attack on his Excalibur for research purposes after we use Protein Blast and give him a facial. He wants to explore his educational dungeon. She keeps asking him to stop, but there's not much she can do after that. He gave her a lot. Farm fresh protein cake to thank him for listening to his request. Since that day she has become his personal protein recipient. The next day she is cosplaying on the rooftop and he wants to explore her outdoor dungeon because he is a man now free after he prepared the of his dungeon. It's time for protein time and in the end he received a lot of creamy protein cake. After that, he wants her to do it alone. Let's play every day in school and inform him of her game statistics. She rejects him, but he rejects her rejection. He even took a photo at the end. As a result, she has no choice but to obey his order. The next day, when he walks down the hall, he ran into this blonde teacher, Matsubara, and she looks at him like he's some kind of trash. She ridicules him for being an outcast. But he doesn't give a. She got mad at him and left. Then K-toy came to meet him and is informing him of his gameplay. It seems he has completed many single-player games. Today and he informed her that he only asked her to play once a day. She got nervous and wants him to stop making fun of her. After that he wished her good luck and walked towards his class during the lesson. Matsubara keeps scolding the students as they can't solve the math equation even though they are Asian. Maybe they can go to the island and ask Stephen Hawking anyway. He doesn't care about his lesson and is using his phone to watch the game from Kai. Suddenly a notification appeared and she found out that therefore she wants to teach him a lesson. She took him to an empty room and he still responds to her. She suddenly used a stun gun on him and that surprised him. As a result, he fainted from that surprise attack. After a while when he wakes up, he took his phone from the cabinet. It seems that he has recorded everything and he will use it to persuade her politely. When he informed her about the video, she lost her cool and wants to know what he is going to do with it. That he told her that he wants to spend a fun and educational time with her even though she is still very proud and doesn't know the position she is in now. She suddenly used the stun gun against him again. However, the same attack won't work twice on the legendary protein man. It seems like he has come prepared and prepared to come. Then he used his own electric attribute attack on her and knocked her out when she woke up and realized that she had been tied to a chair and couldn't. He didn't move at all. She asked him to let her go immediately as he won't get his way. I guess she still doesn't know that she's the one who couldn't escape his Excalibur anyway. He released her hopes and dreams, and begins to perform a health inspection on them to inspect them more accurately. He used his Excalibur as a testing device and explored his dungeon made by a woman. Finally, he used Protein Burst on her and this showed that she is healthy. Too bad I couldn't perform that health inspection in the editor anyway. He also recorded the entire health inspection. I guess he's going to upload that and it will be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legend. The next day he went to meet her again and showed her the video he suddenly took out. A pepper spray, but she is no match for Protein Man. He has Ultra Instinct and immediately armed her. He told her he needs to put her in her place, so he starts exploring her dungeon from behind. The dungeon exploration is very intense and he kept using Protein Blast all the time as he is the protein man who is not even enough to sweat, and during that he found out that she can perform infinite food glitch. He immediately lost his aura proud and begs for mercy. I guess not. I don't want anyone to find out his secret. After all that, he is walking back to his class. A teacher suddenly called him and wants him to lead an aura. However, since he is a Sigma, he rejects the teacher and continues plotting his game. On his way back to class, he saw her with another teacher. She is talking about him behind his back. No one talks about the protein man and he gets away with it, so he called her and told them that she had asked him to meet her in the office because she has no choice but to go with him when they are in the office. He told her that he will punish her for talking behind his back, as expected. He will use his almighty Excalibur to punish her. He wants her to apologize to him, but his ego is as big as his hopes and dreams, so she refused to use him. Therefore, he has no choice but to punish him to the in his dungeon. In the end, he really begs her to forgive him. The Proto Man has a big heart, that's why he forgives her by curing her dungeon with his protein explosion. The next day during class, this teacher with Kasuma blue hair is chatting with the students in class. Although she looks mature, she's actually very innocent and he has no love. Meanwhile, he is listening to them and is going to target her next as usual. Kai came to meet him and gave him his game report during the lunch break. He is thinking about Kashima and his next move. It seems that Kashima is the same Katomi, and she is also worried about him since he was suspended for something he hasn't done. Plus, he also told her that he will give her an intensive one-on-one lesson. During the lesson, he wants her to clean his Excalibur the weather in a friendly way because he loves the environment. However, she is naive and innocent, so she doesn't know how to do that. Therefore, he starts teaching her. I don't know who the teacher is now anyway. They did a lot of cultural things during each one lesson, and as always, he returned the favor by giving her plenty of tasty creamy protein shake. After all that, she still doesn't know what he's doing, but she hopes he'll pull himself together when he asked Keitoi about green cleaning. Katomi is very surprised and quickly told Kashima that he shouldn't say that in public. Then she explained everything to Kashima and she lit up the next day. Kashima went to meet him and is very angry at him for completely deceiving her. This time, as a result, she won't help him anymore. After that, he went to the nurse's office to take a nap. The school nurse Anna only gave him an hour to rest. Suddenly she woke him up and told him that time ran out. Meanwhile, he is watching her in 4K. Although he doesn't have eyes, it seems that he is also planning to turn her into his personal protein receptor. Then he asked her to treat his sprained ankle. When she goes to treat him, he grabbed her hand and immediately tied her up as expected of the protein man. The whole process happened so fast that the anime couldn't show it in time. She is shocked and asked him to stop, but he unleashed his Excalibur on her assets, and in the end used Protein Blast. As usual, he took a photo of her and she lost her cool. He told her that she should listen to him if she doesn't want to be sponsored by Opera GX anyway. He also sent a cultural photo to Kashima and wants her to meet him at the gym. He saves it after school since she doesn't want to be cancelled. She has no choice but to meet him there as expected. She is very angry with him for using such a dirty trick. However, he doesn't care because he can still explore her. Regardless of that, after that, they did a lot of intense and educational protein time in the gym warehouse because they want to keep it. Believe me, protein time will burn a lot of calories. You guys can do that in real life the next day too. To meet Anna again, he showed her yesterday's photo and wants her to help him. She gave him a warning, but he doesn't really care since his career is more important than his academic career, so she has no choice but to listen to him. She gave her Excalibur some healing hands. After a while, he used Protein Blast because his healing skill ended at 9,000. Then he wants to explore her dungeon and she couldn't refuse the legendary Protein Man. In the end, he gave him the best protein cake she ever butts into his life. Meanwhile, both Katomi and Kashima are in the office and they didn't know that they are both his personal protein catcher. The next morning, he entered the infirmary again and wants Anna to cure his morning Excalibur. She is so fed up with him that she pushed him outside and effortlessly locked the door. That's something you don't see every day. Anyway, he saw Kashima, so she'll be the one to heal his morning Excalibur. He dragged her away and Anna wants to see what is going on. During that, she also saw Keitoi and it seems like he is following Kashima. Then he is taking protein time with Kashima in an empty classroom. Meanwhile, both Keitoi and Anna are watching the movie of live action in 4K. Unfortunately, the anime ended well. Yesterday's photo and wants her to help him. She gave him a warning, but he doesn't really care since his career is more important than his academic career, so she has no choice but to listen to him. She gave her Excalibur some healing hands. After a while, he used Protein Blast because his healing skill ended at 9,000. Then he wants to explore her dungeon and she couldn't refuse the legendary Protein Man. In the end, he gave him the best protein cake she ever butts into his life. Meanwhile, both Katomi and Kashima are in the office and they didn't know that they are both his personal protein catcher. The next morning, he entered the infirmary again and wants Anna to cure his morning Excalibur. She is so fed up with him that she pushed him outside and effortlessly locked the door. That's something you don't see every day. Anyway, he saw Kashima, so she'll be the one to heal his morning Excalibur. He dragged her away and Anna wants to see what is going on. During that, she also saw K-Toy and it seems like he is following Kashima. Then he is taking protein time with Kashima in an empty classroom. Meanwhile, both K-Toy and Anna are watching the movie of live action in 4K. Unfortunately, the anime ended well.